and in a governmental structure, especially in Cloud, who has a very rigid one, if you go around and kill a Senian because you disagree with them holding a position, you're not going to magically be granted that title. As a matter of fact, you're probably going to get dogpiled and just absolutely destroyed.
Whoa, hang on. You're saying if I take Shin's head, I don't become the Raikage?
That's exactly how that works, Jake.
So. God dang, I gotta go cancel some plot lines. Hang on.
See, this is how we clear things up before bad things happen.
Bad things are gonna happen anyways. I mean, let's face it.
I mean, don't worry.
It's my character.
Hey.
Even when my character's doing a good thing, bad things happen.
So, spoilers to if Sosuke is watching. I just applied for Ryudo to bring him back as an NPC. The 5th Raikage is coming back to Cloud, bitch. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Things could happen. Who knows?
Yeah.
I quote from the Annuals of Cloud History: greatest military figure of all time. So, I mean, if there was anybody, I mean, come on, it could happen.
Okay, all I'm gonna say to that is I thought my character had an ego.
I don't. My character doesn't. I just do because, like I said, if you're, because first of all, Masao wrote this, and if you read anything when Masao writes about another character, he like blows it up out of proportion to like epic heights. So if you go read like the Raikage journal about each of the individuals, he makes everybody sound like godlike,
like gods. Like it's like. Yeah. The legends or something. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's super cool because don't get me wrong. I personally think it's one of the best things when you get to read about someone else writing about your character or one of your past characters, and it was like something really awesome. And you're like, you look back and you're like, yeah, I guess that was kind of cool. And so it affected that character in such a meaningful way that you're like, you kind of feel all fuzzy and warm inside. So the fact that I had a character written into Cloud's history like that, and I have an opportunity to bring him back, I just think is cool.
Yeah, I do. That's what I love about like role playing in general. Like when you roleplay for a very long time and your character stays there, even though you leave the side, you come back, it's still there. It's amazing. It's like it's a permanent like statement in the site. So it's not just NC, but any site you join. It's very enriching. I mean, that's why people love like fictional characters because they stay forever sometimes. So, well, anyways, it's almost I think 10 o'clock right now. So we're gonna cut it short very soon, but we're gonna probably have part 2 eventually. So, is there any questions or comments you want to say about the battle system? You could do so now. I mean, you could be doing that since the beginning, but right now, if there are any questions from the audience that you want to talk about, that we can discuss.
I don't think Shin's gonna be very patient or understanding in this thread.
Off with his head.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
Anyway,
no, he might order it, but it ain't gonna happen.
No?
No. I've got a bodyguard now.
That's true. You got
I have Whitney, the cute destroyer of worlds, backing my character.
Right.
I feel like that does see. I don't know how intimidating that sounded in your head, Jake, but not as scary as you think.
Whitney, back me up here.
I went there.
Back me up here, Whitney.
Anyway.
No. Okay, so seeing any more questions, I'm gonna go to the next topic. Well, this we're talking about advanced elements. So, in V5.5, we added this concept called advanced element, which is I don't know if we created that before Naruto brought that up in the series or what, but it's basically like every character has, I think, a major and a minor. You start with a major and a minor. Minor is basically you have mastered an element, like either there's 5 elements: fire, water, earth,
wind,
and it's one more.
Fire, water, earth, wind, lightning.
Right? Yeah, lightning. There it is. Yeah, the 5 basic elements. So once you master an element, you unlock other elements. So let's say you master fire and lightning, you get metal, or something like that. And if you can combine different.
I think fire and lightning's plasma, ain't it?
It's plasma?
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's probably plasma. Yeah, it's probably plasma. Yeah. It's just there's so many advanced elements there. But
that's my opinion of it too. There's too many of them.
Well, okay, so this is exactly what I tried to stop us from segueing into earlier, because I knew it was going to get to this. is that the problem with the advanced element system, and by the way, Shin, to answer your question earlier, is that the AE system existed in Naruto before it coming to NC. So it inspired the system that was eventually brought to NC. Is that the AE elements, while it's nice to have the variety, a lot of them are really, really boring and dull.
Yeah, I mean, here's what happened. In 5.1, or actually in 5.5 before we even came out with the AE system, we had certain jutsu. This is fire, this one's earth. Oh, but this one's actually something other than fire, but it still counted as a fire jutsu. Like earth-covered sand, rock, ground, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And everything had a soul. Each move was unique. Each move was different. Then we come up with this thing where we've got like 500 daggum jutsu, and they're all the exact same.
Mostly with different special effects. That was what was supposed to make them different.
They basically share the same special effects, too. Go look at Kinesis. Every Kinesis jutsu has the same special effect at A rank. This has a certain % chance to have a certain % chance to be considered a sneak attack.
Well, see, except it's funny that you bring up Kinesis, because out of all the advanced elements, it's one of the handful that has unique interactions amongst its jutsu that make it not as dull as the other things.
I agree. Kinesis is awesome. That's why I use it.
Force, basically, right?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That's exactly how I roleplay it. Yes.
And like you said, it's so some AEs have little interesting nuances like that in one another, where using one jutsu in combination with another gives you another cooler effect. Not very many AEs carry that, so they're not as interesting.
For the most part, they come off as just... All right, here's the thing. The thing I love about Kinesis is Kinesis has a purpose. Kinesis is not about hurting people. It's about utility. It's a defensive school of jutsu.
You could forever choke someone out to death.
Yeah.
Pretty much true.
It would take what like 11 rounds, but you could eventually just choke them out.
No. Hang on.
Excluding any other outside jutsu. Just with the Kinesis jutsu.
5 rounds.
Okay.
5 rounds. 106 because it takes 2 FP to cast it.
Right.
So, but that's if they never break free. But still, like I said, that has you can look at the Kinesis line and actually see that it can be used for certain things.
Yeah, it has a progression.
Joku, right off the top of your head, what is Scorch good for?
Fire, right? Just
yeah, but what's it in a battle? What's it good for? What's special about Scorch that fire itself?
Well, Scorch apparently has the radiation effect, which basically allows you to bypass barriers and damage reduction. So it's pretty much brute force. It burns everything. And there's also a chance to critical your...
Now, what else bypasses damage reduction?
Let's see.
Tons of crap?
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay, then.
Everything else.
So, everything else just about. If you're a Hawkeye, literally every ranged taijutsu. Anyways.
Well,
what's the specialty? What's the thing that, say, gravity has that lightning doesn't have?
Well, gravity allows you to... Well, gravity is kind of like Kinesis a little bit, because you can pretty much move people away from...
Thematically. We're talking mechanically, though.
Yeah, mechanically.
Let's see. I don't know off the top of my head.
These are trick questions, by the way. Yeah.
They're
all trick questions.
They ran out of crap, so you might get this one element that, this thing actually has some use for something else. But for the most part, it's just, this thing deals damage.
Basically.
Now, do you feel like if we allow people... I feel like the advanced elements allows people to be more distinct from each other, because there's a possibility...
stopping you from role-playing your fire jutsu as being lava or something.
Yes, yeah, I suppose.
All they've done by releasing all of these jutsu is make people spend a lot more money and gain a lot more power through the affinity moves.
Yeah. Well, that's also one thing. That's also one important thing. I think Senka made a comment. She says that there's in-character jutsus, out-of-character jutsus correlate in-character. So if you own a when you perform a jutsu, you should own it in out of character. So if I don't own Chidori, I shouldn't be able to to use that move in character. Do you feel that's the case? Like, do you feel that should be?
You can use Chidori in character. You own the jutsu.
Yeah.
But the big thing with me. Have you ever seen me actually use a jutsu?
No, I've never.
Exactly. Hoshikata uses kinesis. Hoshikata does not at any point use any kinesis jutsu unless I'm in a fight though. He will float crap around using kinesis. He's actually used it to do the Jedi leap. He once jumped off a cliff and used that, did not die somehow. I'm still trying to figure out how I worked that one out. Yeah. But if you are like good at this element, you can roleplay doing just about anything that element would allow you to. You don't have to say I use Grand Fireball to set the fireplace up. No, just I use fire. Fireplace is now lit.
Because if we're gonna go down that road, now we're talking about like the theory of chakra and how your ninja are able to mold it into a different element. And by that logic, anybody can mold anything into anything. So basic things like being able to start a fire, even though if you're not a fire specialist, or
if you don't know any ice jutsu and you're sitting there starting ice storms, I'm going to call that one out real quick.
Oh, obviously.
That's just. Now, if you know a few, but you don't have a single one mastered, again, I'm calling that out. If you've got half of the element mastered, I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, you can probably freeze a couple things. If you have all of them, yeah, okay, you can start it snowing, yeah, whatever.
I mean, as we wrote, I mean, we try to make a distinction between out of character and in character, but we wanted to make it so that we encourage people to make choices based on in character decisions. So, like,
and again, this is where that common sense rule comes in too. You can't go overboard.
It's true.
I mean, you can't sit there. Okay, I know kinesis jutsu. I pick up this mountain and drop. No, go home.
Unless you're an
Take the ball
Akamichi.
and go home. Do what?
Unless you're an Akamichi, in which case picking up large objects is plausible.
No, at that point you can pick up the Kazekage Tower.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not a mountain.
Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that is also Homura's old character. He has a habit of making big things.
He's the one who did that?
Yeah, it's Homura. Yeah, that's same guy. Yeah. Right?
Nice. I need to talk to him at some point. You need to let me into same chat to talk to him.
No.
Come on, dude.
I
promise I will not.
It's not under my control. I don't even control the permissions of it. That's on Ray. So don't look at me.
Oh, really? Ray, okay. I need to go talk to Ray. Actually, no, I'll talk to Louise and have her talk to Ray. Wow. No, that's just evil.
Yeah, that's pretty mean.
So, guys, someone in the audience, Shashu, is asking a question. She's asking, what do you guys think about a maximum of 2 advanced elements per element and a maximum of 2 to 3 advanced elements per character, period? No advanced, no AS purchases, basically no Academy students purchases, just a flat cap. So.
Honestly, I think if we drop the number of... I'm not even for dropping the number of elements so much as I'm for taking our entire ninjutsu system and just redoing the thing, but that's something that I can't really get into here. But yeah, I mean, we definitely need to cut down how many ninjutsu we have. It's just disgusting at this point.
Well, like I said, especially with no originality in a good 50%.
You've probably got 3 times as many nin as you do Tai and Gin combined.
I feel like the battle system should be overhauled completely, but that's a discussion for another day.
We're back on that again.
It's a discussion for another day. So, but yeah, I think that cutting down some of the jutsu lists is a good.
Yeah, we definitely need to cut that down.
Can I just air one? Can I air one grievance as a Tojiko? I have to bring up the fact that if you look at some of the top tier explosive jutsus, 2 of them are freaking barriers. Can I just bring that up and how retarded that is?
You have an explosive barrier.
2 of them. Two. I think it's a B and an A rank. There are 2 explosive jutsu barriers.
Help me figure this out.
I have no idea. Don't even ask me.
At which point
I can't tell you.
Did an explosion protect something?
I can't tell you, but I own those jutsu.
All right. So
but I
next
don't know.
up, we're going to have the entropic element with creation jutsu.
Well, we have, from like Marvel, what was that character called? Dang, I don't remember his name. He basically has the power to absorb explosions. So basically,
He absorbs them, though. He doesn't use them to protect the things he's blowing stuff up around. I'm going to put a bomb around you. That way it saves your life, what?
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm just going to share it with everybody so we can all be
I'm pretty sure
on
if
the same
anyone ever
page.
told me I'm going to use this explosion jutsu to bury you, Hoshikata would stare at them for a minute and then get the hell away from them before they hurt him.
Not even kidding.
Because that's a certain kind of special.
It's a thing.
When attacked, it explodes.
Right?
Oh, God. I'm going to hit this and make it explode.
Yeah, it doesn't even say when HP is gone. It just, when it's attacked,
hang on.
it explodes. So you don't even get the full usage of it.
Here's the fun thing. Hang on, let me see something here. This doesn't say that it doesn't hit the person it's protecting, too. This just says it explodes. It doesn't say who it targets.
So,
Yeah, I think
just
that a lot
case
of
in
people
point.
should report it because some of the semantics are very.
That would be hilarious, though. It needs that in there, noted somewhere, but still, that would be hilarious.
Yeah. I'd rather, if I wanted
Your
something...
barrier exploded and hurt you.
Yeah, if I wanted something to block my face with, I would actually just go back to my bloodline table. Let's be honest, because
There we go.
It has a handful of things that can do that for you, and you can switch
You
with
have
them.
birds you can save
Yeah,
yourself with.
just birds everywhere. Just have a bird. I'm like Oprah. I'm just throwing out birds,
You get a bird, and you get a bird, and you get a bomb.
and then they all explode, and that's the end of that.
Yep.
Seriously, there are some wacky things that people did not think
blowing
through.
themselves up, and I'm just over here doing nothing.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I had to air that. It bugged me for so long.
I love that the current topic ends now with tangents.
Yeah.
That is so true for us.
I added it in.
I don't think we've had a single topic this night that didn't go off in a tangent at some point.
Yeah, but they're interesting, and I mean, come on, how can we not laugh at some things that we all enjoy, right?
I mean, I am all for laughing at the things I say.
I laugh at you all the time, Jake. So
Yeah.
I mean, win-win.
No, are you laughing with me or at me?
I cannot answer that.
Both? Why not both?
Sure, that's a good response. Both.
That hurts my feelings.
Well, you wanted to know.
I thought you were my friend.
Someone lied to you.
Well,
I thought we had something.
We're all
I thought we had something special.
Anyway, before we tangent any further into any more nonsense, what's next, Yen?
Okay. Well, we're almost out of time. It's like 9. It's 10:19. So I want to save some of the topics for part 2 for next episode.
Oh, we got 10
But
minutes.
before we do, oh yeah, all right. So I want to discuss a little bit. We can discuss the rest of it next episode. But I want to talk about kenjutsus. Kenjutsus were like the hallmark, supposed to be the end game for all the for any character on NC. So basically, when your character gets to a certain level, you should have the opportunity to earn a kenjutsu, which basically is a forbidden jutsu that either is against nature or is against normal shinobi abilities. So when it got announced, I guess everyone was very, very excited about it because it was, I think, a couple of weeks before. I think during the time in the manga, kenjutsu was very popular. We had Madara, who has EMS, internal MS, and then we have or Orochimaru, who had the Dark Sage and things like that. People were very excited when it came out. So, but nowadays, I guess kenjutsus are more like regular bloodlines in CAs. It's not like anything amazing. I mean, in story, there's some differences. Like, in Cloud, it was kind of different. It's kind of weird in Cloud because Cloud, it was legalized for a period of time, and now it's illegal. So, but still, it's still an interesting concept in NC.
Wait, Dark Sage is illegal?
I mean, it was legal at a certain. Well, it was legal in a certain sense, because we. Well, I don't want to divulge too much, but basically what we did was that we legalized it so that people will stop murdering.
You made the kenjutsu quick mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Well,
Wait,
You go to the hospital,
haven't I
you
brought
fill
this
out
up
a
before?
form, you check the box that says, I want human puppet.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure I brought this up before. You guys had a kenjutsu supermarket, quote unquote, right?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding.
I love that.
I'm
You
pretty
just
sure
go to
this was the
aisle
thing.
8, pick up Dark Sage.
And be like, yeah,
Get a
while
refund on
you're
your
in there,
Joshinism.
while you're in there picking up someone, eating someone's heart, can you give me a raspberry Slurpee too, please? Like, bring home some.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
Oh, I want a bag of the Ninja Bucks coffee grinds.
Ninja Bucks.
Honestly, any condition you got was supposed to be to help the village. It wasn't something selfish, or it was to save your life. Like, for instance,
I get why y'all made it. I still just think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
Terminology.
You just go to a doctor and you're like, I want to become an all-powerful necromancer. Can y'all do that for me today?
That'll be like $5. Go to the drive-thru.
No, I need to go in the express lane. Can I pay an extra $5 for that?
Sure. Just give me your tickets or something like that. Ninja Bucks, yeah.
Yeah. CJ, you need to make a signature for Ninja Bucks.
I
Just put it in GD.
Believe it or not, I'm working on the Ninja. I'm working on the Ninja Bucks logo. I'm not even kidding. I'm so far from kidding. I have an Illustrator file. I've been working on the vector.
That should be like our. You know, like when we do our.
I want to see it when it's done.
Of course.
That's all I can say.
I will share
when
it with the
it's
world.
done, show it put it on the podcast, like as a background or something like that. Would be pretty funny.
I will print coffee mugs so that way if we ever transition to a webcam show, we can just all be drinking from Ninja Bucks cups.
There we go.
See,
there you go.
We have a future, gentlemen.
I will wear a Ninja Bucks t-shirt.
Hey,
you know, we can actually sell them and make money for it.
Shin knows. Shin knew exactly where I was going.
Like a capitalist now.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows. I know.
Ninja Bucks. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a thing. Gonna be a thing.
And then we will get the crap suit out of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Ninja is not like the word Ninja isn't really like, you know.
No, not that. The Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks. Yeah, I guess.
Oh no! Technical difficulties. Bear with us.
They copyrighted the word saga.
What happened?
King.com copyrighted the word saga.
Wow.
Really?
That's-
Saga?
So someone made a video game called the Banner Saga, and they sued them saying that it infringed on their copyright through Candy Crush Saga.
Really? Really?
Yeah. This is not much different from Bethesda suing Notch for making a game called Scrolls.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I. That's hard to swallow. I don't know if I believe that, or the fact that people are audacious enough to
I will
think they
find
can do
you
that.
the info. Hang on, I can actually find that. That was a major thing. Here goes a link from Kotaku.
We're going places, apparently.
I love the first line in the story. The law is an ass.
Oh man, we're going places.
Yeah.
Well, let's not divulge. Let's not digress too far. So,
Back on point.
anyways, I would like to just a brief shout out. We have 2 birthdays this week. Drake from Cloud and CJ. His birthday was days ago. So,
How many times do we get to spank each of them?
I don't know. Do you do it based on age?
Yes.
And
one for luck.
So
okay, so
then follow-up question: can I have my girlfriend do it? Because if so, that makes it less awkward.
She can watch.
That's okay. I'm okay with that. Compromise, ladies and gentlemen. See, this is how things get done in the real world.
Yes.
But yeah, man, that was awkward to bring up. Oh yeah, by the way, we have birthdays.
Yeah.
Anyway,
pop this one out there. I will be popping this one out there. Next week we have a birthday for a very special member of the site. Someone who's been here a while.
Oh boy,
really nice guy. Universally loved across the site, I think.
Jake, if it's you, I'm gonna send a punching glove through the mail.
if it's you.
Next Friday is my birthday.
God damn it!
Oh my god.
Well, If you get a large package in the mail sometime next week,
I will send you my address. I just want the glove. You can keep the punch.
Well, fine. Fine.
Anyways, we're cutting short. So, any more questions or comments?
Yeah, anyone else got any? Yes, really.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, now's a good opportunity to any questions for anything.
Yeah.
Things that maybe
Before
we
I
didn't
go
tangent
off
off
on
of.
something weird again.
Oh no,
By all means, ask something we will tangent off of.
Well, that's
Apparently,
I bet you we can tangent it.
CJ, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. You need to just take current topic, remove the first part, and take the parentheses off.
Now with tangents.
Current topic, tangents.
That's reasonable. That's reasonable. And then do parentheses what the topic is supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. Man, that
Me either. That never happened.
Mm-hmm. Those are the days.
We might restart that next week. Actually,
I mean, do you remember when we used to have medals too? Like there was a lot of little old.
Let's not do
things
that.
On the site. I don't know. So I like the concept of it. I didn't like how it was handled back then. Because like again, I'm a huge person for giving incentive to people for wanting to do something better.
Hang on. Yomiko wants me to explain the puppet system, so I'm going to explain the puppet system.
Oh god.
It is not that hard to understand the puppet system. There's a little bit of prep work you have to do first. You got to go and you have to buy one of the really big jugs of Windex and then drink that and slam your head into a wall. When you come back speeding backwards, you are ready to understand the puppet system.
Oh god.
Okay.
I wish I was kidding. I've been a B mod on and off for 6 years now. I've been on dev 3 times over the course of 7 years. I probably know as much as most anybody on the site when it comes to fighting. I don't know shit about puppets. I don't know the first thing about them. I avoid them.
I hated modding those things back when they first came out. Oh my god.
I didn't mod. If I got in a fight and one of the people was a puppet user, I immediately went to B mod and just said, "Someone take this fight. I can't do it."
Oh my god.
I had a hard enough time with pets.
Fair, Yomoko. Next episode, we can have someone who's more versed in it, and we can explain it more better. I think.
Yeah.
The question is still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, puppets have gotten very easy to understand, though. I mean, they're weapons at this point.
So besides...
You make the puppet, you equip the puppet, your puppet uses special techniques out of the puppet jutsu instead of out of the
has
other
traps.
Jutsu. Yeah.
It's got slots and traps and
triggers.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to understand. And you now have your own accuracy type for some stupid reason.
Hey, I'm not complaining. It allowed me to get something from low to my average now, so hey.
Yeah, that's what 90% of the site used it for, was to just throw something else in low and get something else in high.
Yeah, so, all in all, puppets right now...
I gained like 12,000 hit points thanks to that, so I'm not complaining.
Lols. Yeah, but the puppet system as it stands now is actually a lot easier to understand than what it used to be.
Yeah. I mean, the puppet system used to just be absolutely horrendous.
I mean, because you used to have to set up chakra strings, actually, and there used to be a jutsu for it. Oh my god.
Kurohige. I just summoned a dozen puppets out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I remember Kyutin once had like 100 puppets out on the battlefield.
Oh no! You want to talk about the king of puppetry? We're gonna bring up Magoya. Back in 5-1. Magoya was the king of puppets.
That's two completely different things there. Kyutin just used a bunch of puppets. Magoya just used a few puppets to destroy everything that existed because he was a master of nothing.
Yeah. There's something
else. There was nothing fair about what he did at all. There was no fairness to it. I mean, let's face it. First off, he was a master of nothing, which that was the core ability that was so broken. Because Dev looked at it and said, "We can't fix this. We're replacing it."
Actually, no.
For an example of just how bad that is, we took an ability. A better example. The only other thing that Dev has looked at and said, "There's no fixing that," was an ability that literally made you invincible. No, we are never bringing back Master of Nothing.
It's...
I mean...
The nature of how it functions